Game 3, Hyun versus Tefel. Spawning here in the top right corner of Neo Planet S on this cold, frigid wasteland. It is the Red Zerg. Quantix Hyun.
And in the bottom left-hand position, it is our green Zerg. It is Dignitas's Tefel. Winner of this goes to the grand final of the ZOTAC Cup.
Yeah, $100 winner-take-all U.S. money on the line here. And, you know, I don't know about you, Gary Oak. I always, when it comes down to the ace match, and it's a map like this, I just like want there to be backstory. Like, traveling the desert wasteland, Tefel runs away from Hyun, or Hyun runs away from Tefel, catching him in Neo Planet S. I don't know.
Freaking Rifkin here sitting writing his like StarCraft professional like
it's like fan fiction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, except to ship these players together because that would be gross.
It's going to my GSL fan fiction.
It's going up on my blog. No, Tefel. I gotta say, like, weird. I can't get over that last game. I just can't. I'm sorry. Hyun, so much better than that. To see him make a small mistake like that, we call it a small mistake. It's the biggest little mistake you could ever make. Really cost him that game. But Tefel, he's found himself now with another chance. New life breathed into him. Maybe he's feeling more confident after that victory. I don't know. But the reality is, he's still got to deal with Hyun. Now, Hyun, actually, for those who don't know, holds the record for not the most ZOTAC. He might actually hold the record for the most ZOTAC wins overall. I don't know. But he's also held the record for the most ZOTAC consecutive wins in a row. Last week he won. This week, if he wins again, he'll be on his way to tie. By the way, that number is 3. The matching number is 3 in a row. And we're trying to figure out if Hyun or Pult will reign supreme with that this year.
Yeah, that's true. I'd like to see both of them play a little more, and we need a whole Hyun versus Pult final, like I said, Hyult almost, because like that's what you get.
Did you ever their names. You ever watch Arrested Development?
No, I've never seen that.
Character famously known as Steve Holt, so it's like Steve Hyult.
I don't even have a TV in my house.
Yeah, because that's the only way to watch television shows nowadays.
Shh.
Do you have antennae attached to your computer for the internet too, Gary Oak?
Yeah, I got rabbit ears on my computer, and it makes like these really weird sounds whenever it, connects to the internet.
You gotta hit it. It's like gunk, gunk, gunk. Oh, there we go. Static went away. Lag went away.
Yeah, no kidding. Gotta like turn a crank at the front of the computer to turn it on.
Dude, oh no, that just stirred up like sad memories for me. Crank, Axiom, Mia, retiring. What?
Yeah, Mia retiring. Crank didn't retire, did he?
No, but I'm just saying, you mentioned Crank. That made me think of Axiom. Axiom made me think of Mia. Mia's retiring.
Yeah.
Look at it. We got some Broverlords here.
Broverlords, yeah, they're just kind of walking hand, and they were like eloping for a while, but
they were holding hands.
Like, no, screw you, I'm out of here.
It was a love story, better than Twilight.
Dude, every love story is better than Twilight.
Well, the Overlords probably have just about as much, if not more, emotional acting in them as Chris Stewart does. I'm sorry, I couldn't even finish that. It's just such a dumb thing to say. But yes, this map...
I've seen Twilight movies, thank God.
Well, I was going to say, one of the coolest things I've seen on this map for ZVCs in the past, it's the use of this middle area, as weird as that is to say. Like, there's the Overlord Highway. You know, like, okay, I saw my opponent leave through the southern part of the map, I'll position my forces ready to intercept him. And then you dart through the middle and hit from the north, or go for the third base. Those small little moves, they're not going to like, oh my god, this is the sneakiest thing ever, you just won the game. But they're great utilizations of ways you can really catch your opponent off guard on the map where there's no watchtowers, and you're forced to really rely purely on these Overlords.
Yeah, I really like... This is actually a pretty interesting map. I remember seeing it a bunch in Pro League. Haven't seen this in a long time, though.
Well, Tefel coming out of the base with a lot of Zerglings. Unfortunately, does get scouted. The speed kicks in, too, so I mean, he's going to be over to Hyun's base. Toot sweets.
And Hyun does have a couple Zergling scouts of his own in there, and he does spot the lair timing. He spots everything there is to spot.
Oh, the Queen's going to position somewhere else, I think, would have been better. Not where they currently are. Banelings are out, though. Hyun going to try and do what he can. Tefel with a lot of very fast Zerglings, though.
Ooh, that was a bad Baneling hit there by Hyun, but it was enough to chase him out, though. It was enough.
It might not have been the best one, but it's enough. And actually, Gary, I don't know how we didn't consider. We got red and green candy cane colors on the snow map. I think we're in the North Pole.
Oh, snap.
I'm looking at it like it's a Christmas wreath in the middle of the map here on the mini map. It really is.
I like Santa's hiding out at the top left base.
Well, drones being pulled, that's not a good sign. Hyun has got so many Zerglings here. He's really just outnumbering Tefel for the time being. Queen does fall, and drones being pulled. Not looking too good, but Tefel does hold for the time being. He has not lost too much yet. He's been pulling these drones, but he hasn't been losing them.
Which is good. That means he's still alive and he's still in the game. He still has a chance.
Yeah, definitely. Hyun with these low health Zerglings will just continue to try and, I guess, scout really, because there's not much more you can do with Zerglings that have no health.
Yeah, and on another note, it looks like Hyun is aspiring to use some Mutalisk play later on in the game.
Gary Oak, I love casting with you. Just want you to know that.
Too, Rifkin.
Yeah, I mean, Tefel coming back with some more, but there's way too much on the ground here. There's 4 Spine Crawlers out of Hyun.
Yeah. That should be a clue that Hyun is like, no, don't bother me, please. I'm going Mutalisk. Leave me alone.
Well, I mean, he got up and he saw the Roach Warren. In 4, actually, I think it's 5 is the magic number you need to deal with some small handful of roaches. Someone told me this a long time ago, but this should absolutely hold for the time being. What Hyun's going to want to do is try and keep his opponent busy, but roaches will intercept these Zerglings. Zerglings from behind will intercept these Zerglings. And Hyun just wants to buy as much time as possible before he has to worry about defending at home.
When you have 7 Spine Crawlers, that means I'm going Mutalisks.
Oh, did he go 7? Oh my god, he had 4.
He's building 3 more, man, and his Spire is just about to finish. Hyun has a pretty good gas bank, too.
He's actually very well set to hold this this push, because the way the Spine Crawlers are positioned as well, he cannot just push in the main. Zerglings are here to help choke things off as well. Tefel will not be wise to push into this.
Yeah, he's just gonna crash against this, like Orcs against Helm's Deep, man, and he knows better and retreats. He is getting a Hydra Den.
I like that, actually. I like that. He lost pretty bad last time he went Mutalisk. Maybe a little not so confident that... I mean, he saw he had so many Spine Crawlers, he's gotta think, like, I'm definitely behind.
He needs to get the Hydra range upgrade stat. That's the first thing he should do, because the reason why I say range first, if you're defending range first, because speed does nothing if you're on creep, and
you're gonna be
if you have a proper creep spread, then you don't need speed if you're just defending. So you get the range, then you get the speed, and then you move out. And he should get not Evo Chambers, Spore Crawlers. He should get Spore Crawlers.
Maybe. I really like we have the Baneling follow-up to this from Hyun, as well as his own Roach Warren. So, I mean, he knows the Mutalisk may, if they end the game, great. He's going to be so good, he'll continue pumping out Mutalisk, but he's preparing for a transition out of them. Because he knows there's not a guaranteed victory here. Did he see the Hydra Den at any point, though? Where is it located? There we go. Yeah, okay, so he sees it now, at least.
Knows they're there. And the Spores are going up finally, which is good. And if he actually deflects this, then Tefel's in a really good spot, because when you go Mutalisks, you have to do a lot of damage. And you have to keep your opponent pinned.
Yeah, essentially this is, how many Mutalisks are in that field, actually? 900 minerals, 900 gas, going to quote-unquote waste for the time being.
That plus the 200 for the Spire. And they do go in and they're starting to pick off some drones, but they're in range of that Spore, and ouch, that Spore just... that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, well, Mutalisk barely getting away. One more hit would have killed it, no problem. But again, these Hydras are a problem for him to have to worry about.
Yeah, he is picking off Overlords, which is always good, but he's getting more and more Hydras. Range is done, so he can get speed as soon as he desires it. The muscular augment.
Oh man, trying to control that camera the entire time while muting my microphone while blowing my nose is not an easy task to do. But I am a champion.
Wow, Rifkin. Freaking talented caster. Korean level multitasking right there.
Yeah, these guys worry about Hydras and Roaches. I'm busy trying to do stuff in real life. But no, the reality is Hyun's actually controlling these Mutalisks very nicely. For as little damages he's actually doing, he's still doing damage is the thing. He's also scouted there's no third base for the time being, so if he can just get his third base up and running, yes, currently he's not in a good position to just dominate and lead this game, but once that third base is up, he will be okay.
Yeah, the Mutalisks are doing enough right now. They've picked off not much, but they've kept Tefel occupied to the point where Hyun can get ahead on that third base count, and that's what...
And he gets the Queen in the main, very nicely done. Some drones will go down as well.
Here comes some Hydras, though, and these Hydras doing a number on the Mutalisks.
16 workers have been picked off throughout all this. However, Tefel's still on fairly equal worker count, so not the biggest deal in the world. And of course, Hyun, I gotta point out, like, if he had some more creep spread on the map, he could actually, potentially in the late game, advance his spines across the field if it comes down to that.
That is quite true. The big giraffe push.
Yeah, it's not something so commonly seen. It sounds like I'm talking like a big joke, but it is actually effective.
Oh yeah, I've seen a giraffe push before. I remember the first one was Idra on Steps of War, actually.
Long time ago then. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Hyun, I love this so carefully trying to dance around the spore crawler. We'll get in here, pick up another couple workers, drive the rest off the mineral lines. And this is so irritating, but Tefel saying...
Those
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Everything at the National, just annihilating, gonna come in for the main as well.
And here are more Baitlinks.
Yeah, oh, the drones
And-
cannot quite split in time. But the Beatles will clear the rest. However, look at the force. Tefel now has to go
Oh.
full in with this. He has lost everything at home if he cannot just push in.
Another Baitlink hit. Oh!
Sorry, I'm not looking there. I'm looking at the main of Hyun, which is under heavy assault, but the roaches are here to meet him. And Tefel's just got to be like, how on earth do you have any of these roaches, much less this many roaches, when you went Needleless first? Hydra's trying to fall back, but the problem is, again, as always, Hydra's cannot... He can't tank these hits.
Shields anymore. That's it. Hyun just tore Tefel apart, and there it is, GG.
I need to go back and, like, highlight that Bailey hit, Karaoke. Holy
dude.
fuck.
He ravaged everything. He completely pillaged the main base. Like while the engagement was going on, I was looking at the main base to see like the Baneling micro and all that in there. Yeah, it was not pretty.